Sawadee krap kaibigan, kamusta ang buhay na meron ka? This is your friend, Brother Abby Alvarez. Today, I just want to give you some of the important words na makapagbigay ng linaw sa magiging katagumpayan mo sa buhay kahit gaano man kalaki ang problema mo. Kaya nga, stand by! Sawadee krap! Kaibigan ko, kamusta ka na? Are you still happy? Or minsan, umiiyak ka sa mga bagay-bagay na mga nangyayari sa buong buhay, sa mundong ibabaw na ito. But please, listen to this. I'll give you 7 promises of God na ibinigay sa atin in times of trouble. And if your soul weary today and always, please listen. You know why? When my soul is troubled, I need to stop and hear God's words of love. Yes, rather than distancing myself with doing more and ignoring my heart. Because I am in doubt. I need to come down before His presence. I need to seek His love, asking forgiveness, peace, and mercy. That's why, my friend, if your soul feeling weary too, my friends, come down before God. Kasi hindi mo matatakpan ng mga make-up or whatever na mga bagay-bagay na panlabas na makikita sa iyong buong pagkatao. Because your heart aches. Your soul, parang mayroong butterfly. That's why, my friends, you know why? We live in a world that is a good and problem-solving. Yes, kakaakibat po yun ng dalawa na yun. At napakaraming mga problema na mga nangyayari sa mundong ibabaw nito. My friends, listen to this. Ito ang mga dapat nating pagmasdan at pansinin. Here are the 7 promises of God to remember when our soul feels overwhelmed by troubles. Number 1. The promise is, I will be your shelter. It is the promise of God. Psalm chapter 119 verse 114 says, He will be your home. No matter where your journey takes you belong to Him. You are my shelter and my shield. I put my hope in your word. It is the prayer of King David, seeking and asking the presence of God. My friends, most especially if you really believe that there is God, if you really believe that there is one mediator between God and man, Jesus Christ, and if you really believe that there is Holy Spirit, whom Jesus sent for us to be with us, and He is willing to comfort you in every time, and if you really believe that God is omnipresent God, He is present at all times, my friends, wherever we are, God is there. And He is our shelter and shield. Kung baga siyang tagapagtabang, andyan siya. You were in the downside of your life right now. I really feel to whoever you are. I don't know who really you are, but I know that there is something within your heart that you need the love of God. Listen to this, number 2. No matter who hurts you with their words, the word of the Lord said, I will heal you. If there's some people keeping hurting you, my friends, His word said, I will heal you. Psalms chapter 31 verse 20 and said, He is your safe place. In the shelter of your presence, you hide them, wow, from all human intrigues. You keep them safe in your dwelling from accusing tongues. My friends, if there's Jesus in your heart, if you live in His presence, whatever the chastisements of any words of your neighbors, let God be God in your life, because He is willing to comfort you. He is willing to heal you. My friends, our God is a great God. No matter who hurts you with their words, trust God. He is the one. He is the one to comfort you. My friends, I really felt your heart wherein parang minamasok. Believe in the Word of God. Number 3, when your arms are empty of dreams, listen, I will sing you a new song. Wow. Psalm chapter 40 verse 3 says, His song, His plan for your life is greater than you can imagine. He has given me a new song to sing. Oh, saan ka dyan? My friends, that's why the Word of God said, if you want to be blessed, seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. My friends, it is not yet the end of the day. There's always tomorrow. There's always the sun after the storm. Listen to this, my friend. The number 4. I will never tire of your worries, says the Lord. Just imagine. I really love the promises of God. Luke chapter 12 verse 22 to 25, the content of this, my friend, it said, don't hide your worries from Him. Yes. Wag mo kimkimin. Come closer and bring them all to Him. Oh, just imagine, all to Him. It is not partial, it is not partial, but all to Him. Again and again, do not worry. And look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap, and yet your heavenly Fathers feeds them. And you, not much more valuable than they? Listen, my friends. Mas matimbang ka ikumpara sa mga ibon na lumilipad na wala naman silang sariling tahanan. Hindi nga sila pinapabayaan ng Panginoon na naglikha sa kanila. How much more pa na ikaw? You are so precious before the sight of God. Because when God created the heaven and the earth, in the 5 days and the 6 days, He created man in His own image and said, this is very good. If God said to His creation before He created man, He was said good. But when God created Adam, He said, very good. Therefore, my friends, you are so good before the sight of God. Listen, number 5. Let go of what holds you and let me hold you instead. God said, my friends, what others don't want, He wants. You are His people. Do not afraid, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by name, and you are mine, says the Lord. My friends, if you really believe that Jesus Christ is the Lord, that Jesus Christ is the Messiah, and you receive Him as your personal Lord and Savior, my friends, the word of the Lord said, it is our guarantee. God said, we are His people. It's very significantly, my friends. And the truth said, for God so loved the world, that He gave His only begotten Son, and whosoever believes in Him shall not perish, but have eternal life. Eternal life. This is the partner of this verse, my friends. Listen up. Verse 6. Number 6. My heart is your home and sure shelter for this journey. Listen. Not because life is perfect, but because His love for you is, listen up, irrecoverably perfect. I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with unfailing kindness. Look kung anong promises ng Lord. How many points? My friends, not because life is perfect, but because of His love. My friend, and then because of His everlasting love, and then because of His unfailing kindness. Just imagine, hanggang sa dulo na walang hanggan yan. And listen now, number 7. Are you ready? My choice to choose and love you is never changes. Just imagine. 2 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 22 said, you are forever in His heart. Alupit, di ba? This He pledges. He has set His seal of ownership in us and gave us the Spirit in our hearts as a pledge, a guarantee of what is to come. My friend, this is the promise of God. The promise of God is through eternity. Whatever the problems you may encounter right now, my friends, very temporal lamang po yan. At mayroong hangganan yan. But the heaven, the paradise, the New Jerusalem, the love of God never ends. My friends, hold on to the truth. And the truth is Jesus. This is your friend, Brother Abby Alvarez. If you have some problem, call to me, and we will call upon the name of the Lord. If you know on how to call upon the name of the Lord straight, Jesus Christ, and He said, come to me, and I will give you rest. Call upon me, and I will answer you. Come to Jesus Christ, because He is the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except through Him. He is the Messiah. He is the Lord of Lords. He is the Savior. He is the Alpha and the Omega. He is the one. Religion cannot save the people, my friends. Only Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is the strong tower. God bless you.